The reason why I decided to wade into the race and endorse Mitt Romney is because he's the only candidate that has put forward a bold, pro-growth plan to grow this economy. Central issue of this election, people want to see a better economic future, and Mitt Romney is the only man in the race who's actually had the experience that will enable him to do that.
So you don't agree with that, I imagine, Senator?
Eric's a good guy, but he's just factually wrong. I mean, you know, everybody that's looked at the plans between my plan and Governor Romney's has called his plan timid. I mean, he tinkers around on the edges, 59 different points, barely, reduces rates just a little bit, doesn't have any fundamental reform of the tax code. I mean, Eric's a good guy. He's a leader in Congress. I mean, he's used to just tinkering around on the edges. That's what Congress does. I know. I mean, I was there and I saw how folks react. That's what we don't need someone who's going to, make congressmen feel comfortable. We need someone who's going to go in there and shake things up and upset people's equilibrium and get them to think big. Governor Romney's plan is not big. It is not bold. It is anything but transformational. He only proposes about $500 billion in spending reductions. I mean, even President Obama has been able to come up with that much. We need somebody who's like I have. I've proposed $5 trillion in cuts, a bold plan that eliminates the IRS and replaces it with 5 deductions and 2 rates, a corporate tax that cuts it in half and makes it a flat net profits tax and zeroes it out for manufacturers. That's bold. That's going to get people back to work. That's going to help working class people in this country, or say blue collar people in this country to really have the opportunity to rise in our society.
You just heard Eric Cantor saying that he's going to support Mitt Romney. How much do you think it hurts your campaign to have a guy who's a Tea Party favorite, a man who is a Southerner, support the other guy?
Well, look, we'd all like to have endorsements, but the fact is Romney is the Washington establishment candidate. I mean, it's true if you look at where does his money come from, where are most of the lobbyists lined up. So I think he goes around the country and he's legitimately collected most of the insiders. I like Eric Cantor, but he is sort of part of that same group. Ironically, the quote you just had was exactly backwards. The Wall Street Journal said I had a bold plan for economic growth, and that Romney's plan was so weak, or timid was the word they used, that it could have been Barack Obama's. So
I think that was for his first plan, not his second. The first, you're right, for the first 59-point plan. The second plan, I don't think they said that.
Not for Plan 2, which is after Plan 1, and Plan 3 will come out pretty soon.
Just trying to be clear.